When you stand on that first tee, you know something special happened here. Right out of the gate, you'll see something. We're going to be redoing the practice area eventually. We're doing a new 2.5 acre or 2.3 acre short game area. That's going to stand out before you even get to the first gate. But generally speaking, you'll notice the bunkering and you'll notice the conditioning's been brought up a notch. The superintendent has been working on a sort of a small scale for years, and now he's got, Mr. Torval's going to allow him to do a great job and take Orangeburg Country Club up, not just one notch, but many notches. I mean, I had mentioned someone else, this is a Southern Classic, and it'll be a gem. Our goal was to restore the golf course to what Ellis Maples originally designed in the early 60s. What they'll see is more dramatic bunkering, larger putting surfaces, more interesting putting surfaces. The larger the putting surfaces, the more roll and interesting high points and low points we can get out there. So the golfers will have a more fun experience than what they had before. This project happened so quickly, I didn't really have a chance to stray from my original vision, because my original vision meant, boom, we're starting. So I'm not sure I'd consider myself an artist. I'd consider myself artistic, but I'm more of a practical person. And so we tried to do things that would create function for the golfer, function for the maintenance staff, function for the club itself. Bunkering is where I get really, really particular, because of all sorts of details, not just from a playability standpoint, not just from an aesthetic standpoint, but from a maintenance standpoint as well. We got the shape and the size and the location right, but then after that, what we did was make sure that the bunkering fit into the landscape. We deepened the bunkers, because Ellis Maples bunkers have somewhat of a concave bottom to them. They also are very flash, meaning sand is up on the sides of hills and mounds, so that you can see the sand from where you're hitting your golf shot. And we just worked with slopes and got the shapes right. In the style of bunkers in the 60s and 70s, Ellis Maples, Robert Trent Jones, they weren't random like I spoke about random. They were very serpentine, very perfect curves, and so it's very important to get those curves perfect. There are no straight lines out here. They're all arcs that bleed into other arcs, and that's where you get the nice curvilinear feel. And that's a challenge to do. It's hard to go from 2 dimensions to 3 dimensions and get that, not just the curve in the second dimension, but the curve also in the third dimension, as well as from different spots in the fairway.